Yo, what's up guys? Sam here. How are you guys doing? Are you staying safe out there? I sure hope so, because you gotta stay safe if you want to update to iOS 13.4.1, which is out now for everybody. Per usual, I want to run through what's new and show you exactly what has changed in iOS 13.4.1. And like normal, Apple also released iPadOS 13.4.1 as well, and it turns out there is actually a different changelog here than on the iPhone. So I want to go over both of these releases today, show you exactly what's new, give you some good old quarantine content. So drop a like if you guys are looking forward to the video, hit subscribe for more, and let's just go ahead and jump in. First up, starting over on the iPad, the first and last change on here are identical. So there's a FaceTime fix I want to talk about and a Bluetooth fix. But in the middle here, if you bought one of the newest iPad Pros, I'm talking about one of these with the crazy LiDAR sensor on it, there is a special fix for you. Maybe you get a little scared at night. You want to turn on the flashlight on your brand new iPad. There was an issue where sometimes on 13.4, it would not turn on as expected. So, a monster could be chasing you at night and you can't even get a good look at it because you can't turn on the flashlight. Now, the flashlight is back to normal because you've updated your iPad and you're all good to go. Now jumping over to the iPhone for the other two changes. All right, updaters. So I've got the update installed right here on my iPhone 11 Pro. Not showing this to flex on you, just showing what device I use day to day. So there's a couple changes that Apple has highlighted and potentially one other that I haven't been able to confirm yet. And that one is the VPN fix. I made a video a couple days ago about how Apple themselves addressed that there was a pretty serious VPN issue where the whole point of using a VPN was that all of your traffic would be encrypted, and in iOS 13.3.1 and higher, that wasn't happening. Some traffic was unencrypted. As of right now, we don't know for sure that a fix for this VPN issue is included in 13.4.1. We've heard that it probably is. It's highly likely, but I'll update the description and comment section of this video and over on my Twitter when we have confirmation. There is, however, no question about these two changes right here, which are confirmed to be in the update by none other than Apple themselves. So first up, there was a FaceTime issue where if you had a device on iOS 13.4, it wouldn't be able to call either devices on iOS 9.3.6 or in macOS El Capitan firmware. So that has been addressed now so that everybody can talk in complete harmony. This likely affected group FaceTime and individual calls, iOS 9.3.6 obviously being an older firmware, as well as OS 10 El Capitan. And mad respect to Apple for actually going through the trouble to update this. I mean, there's obviously not a ton of people on those two firmwares, and Apple could have let it slide like some other companies, but they took the time to address it. So during this literal pandemic, you can stay connected with anybody pretty much anywhere. The second issue on this list being for Bluetooth. It basically says addresses a bug within the settings app where if you would choose Bluetooth from the quick actions menu on the home screen, it would fail. This though I'm a bit confused about because this is the only Bluetooth from the quick actions menu I can think of, and I didn't really see anybody mentioning that. However, if you were trying to select it, then you might have better success in iOS 13.4. Let me know down below. On top of that, Apple always links to security changes in this update, of which there are none. So iOS 13.4 has the exact same security content as iOS 13.4. Apparently there are no glaring issues that have either been discovered or need to be addressed, so that's good news as of right now. Now looking around the rest of the operating system, I've got a quick prophecy to share with you all. You are not going to find any other large changes. That's because Apple doesn't have any other major updates planned for iOS 13 at this point. iOS 13.4 was the cap here. Now, there is a medium-sized update. Apple has iOS 13.4.5 in private testing right now for release probably in 1 to 2 months. We don't know the exact timeline on that, but there aren't going to be any other big updates for iOS 13 at this point. Apple is, of course, pouring all the resources into iOS and iPadOS 14, set to debut in early June at Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference. Between now and then and throughout the rest of the beta season, there are potentially some smaller bug fix updates that are coming too, like 13.4.2 and 13.4.3, but at that point they're a mouthful and nobody really knows what's changing in those because it appears that iOS 13.4 has actually been really stable and that people have had an overall good experience. So my recommendation, if you do own an iPhone, definitely go ahead and update. You're going to have these two fixes, which, I mean, if you call a friend that, maybe hasn't updated to the latest devices, that's okay. We're not going to call them out in this video. You can communicate with them as expected. So that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something new. If you did, don't forget to drop a like down below and hit subscribe for more. I've been Sam. Hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in my next video.